All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? This is going to be a resuming of where we left off last time. Yesterday, we jumped in and we stopped at about a minute and 27 seconds. I left it open. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, Exaifi, Modifier, Amir Afiq, Hamid Fatin, and Fatuma Adan, and Murmiz. Welcome, bro. Sorry, it took me a little while. We just wrapped up another show on the Mad Mamluks. I was live over there. So unfortunately, I had to jump over back to my residence and then go ahead and get everything set up so I could just jump on and live. So I think what I will do is I don't expect that many people to come on from the same stream I had yesterday, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right back into where we left off. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahla wa sahla. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So we're just going to go right back into where we left off yesterday. Let's see if this kicks in. I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
We're preserved. I'm willing to defend these positions right now. I don't need to go nowhere.
Oops, I knew that was going to happen. Let's see. Come on.
I would love to have a
debate
with you.
I'm saying that the Quran has no contradiction.
We're not debating. This is not a debate.
I know. I'm having a conversation. You're throwing things at me. I'm saying, look, I'm happy for whatever you tell me now. Your biggest evidence. We've seen your biggest evidences. Because you have it online. You said you got 100 reasons why you're number one is because the earth is flat.
Oh, why is it lagging?
I want you to stand before me and let me speak and then answer to me.
Pardon? You said the earth is flat. I said the Quran says you kawil layl an nahar. We call Qura. So how?
I want you to stand there. I want you to stand there and listen to me for 15 minutes to my biggest evidence or to my 3 biggest pieces of evidence, and I want you to respond to me for 15 minutes.
You said it online.
No, I have not. No, I have not. That's not true. I haven't said that. That's true.
You said 100. My biggest evidence. Why Islam is not. Why not to be a Muslim? Yeah, you have a video like that.
No, I have not.
You do. You say you count down. You're counting down the video. No.
No, I don't. I have a video called 10 Reasons to Reject Islam, for example. But that is not about rejecting Islam.
It's not about science. And at the end, you said that number one is because the earth is flat.
Wait, I have 10 reasons on why to reject Islam, but that's not the reasons. Like, what is he talking about? This guy's retarded. Why is he continuing? What an idiot. I mean, do you know what I don't understand? Mohammed Hijab is asking the guy, give me your best argument, right? Give me your best argument. Let's go in at it, right? He's just delaying. He's delaying and delaying and delaying. What's wrong with you, Apus?
Flat.
That is 60 scientific mistakes. That is specifically about the 60 scientific mistakes. Sure. But no,
we dealt with that.
No, it's not. It's not. I didn't.
It's number one.
It wasn't ranked. It was simply counted. It wasn't ranked according to.
I know you said the one reason. You said it. You said the number one reason was.
No, I have not.
What a liar!
I was just counting. I have three main reasons why Islam is definitely not true.
Say it now. Yeah.
And I will demonstrate them to you, and you will not be able to justify your beliefs.
I've been trying for 1,400 years. Okay, look, the Quran says contradictions in it.
Islam is dying.
Pardon?
Islam is dying. People are leaving Islam in masses.
There's going to be 1/3 of the world is going to be Muslim.
Wait, so this nonsense. Oh, people are leaving Islam in mass numbers. No, they're not leaving Islam in mass numbers. And the fact that Apus doesn't realize that there were people who met Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they left Islam in front of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What Apus doesn't realize that we Muslims don't believe that we can, that we are the ones that convert people. Hidayah comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Allah has chose you, Apus, to be misguided right now. I don't know if you're going to die upon misguidance, Allahu alam, but right now as it goes, Apus, Allah chose you to remove you from the believers, to purify the ummah from an idiot like you. And alhamdulillah, we are happy with this, right? We are happy with the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will guide who He chooses and will misguide who He chooses. And that's why we say, alhamdulillah, alladhi hadana. We're glad that Allah, and we are happy and we are blessed that Allah has made us Muslims. So this idea that, oh, people have been leaving Islam and they're going to leave, let every one of them leave Islam. Who cares? There were munafiqeen among the Prophet's time. There were open murtaddeen among the Prophet's time. There were the wars of Riddah during the Prophet's time. All of that. What an idiot. What an absolute moron. Anyways, let's continue.
them at one
to 99.7% because of birth rates in the young age of Muslims.
because that's a big chunk. 3% because of conversion. That's
No,
massive.
0.3%. That means 3,000 people in
I
Bangladesh.
don't know about that because from
3
what
million people, sorry.
years 2020 to 2050, apparently there's been 4 million converts. But do you know we deal with
I doubt
converts,
that.
according to Pew Research. Do you know from what I've seen,
Pew Research also said that the number of people leaving Islam and the number of people joining Islam is the same
in America,
and no, in the world. And
no,
people,
it's the same in the world, man. Because otherwise there would not be a net inflow. What are you talking about?
no,
Exactly.
according to the research in which they explain, why Islam is growing, they're saying that
that article you're talking about. No, sorry, I've written this in my book as well. It's in the book.
No,
Called,
and they're what they're showing is that as many people convert to Islam as people leave Islam, and the issue here is that the vast majority of people who convert to Islam do it publicly, while the vast majority of people who leave Islam do it secretly.
I can push back on that. Let me push back on that. You see,
So first of all, wait a minute. They leave secretly. Well, how the hell do you know, Apus? How do you know they leave secretly? Like, are you in everybody's mind, you freaking idiot? Like, how do you know that if it's secret? How do you know? How do you even count it? The point is that it has to be demonstratable, right? You have to be able to say, okay, tally this. Yeah, it is going a little bit fast, Amirul, because we don't want to spend too much time listening to Apus. Apus is way too boring to listen to. We need to make his voice sound a little bit more animated. So we have to speed up the clip a little bit. But anyways, that's the whole problem. Apus doesn't realize that he can't qualify his claim. And if anything, if he's arguing that the net number of people leaving and coming to Islam balances it all out, that means Islam is not losing. Idiot, stupid. We're maintaining our numbers. So for all the filth that's leaving, we're replacing them. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, why is the guy so dumb? Anyways,
Pew Research published a research, and I think it was in 2017 or 18, and they actually said that the amount. And by the way, this is not an argument against Islam, yeah. But anyways, let's go with it.
Of course, it's not.
Let me just come back on it. So, Pew Research said that the amount of the amount of conversion into Islam is the same as the amount of conversion outside of Islam. Yeah, that was in the American context, and they had a methodology of 1,000 people that they interviewed, and they interviewed them on the telephone. And the majority of people that they interviewed on the telephone, by the way, were actually non-speakers of the English language. And we see that in methodology. If you go to methodology in Pew Research, you have to look at they've got a methodological forecast, yeah, and they say that a lot of them were actually Shia. Shia came from like Shah Iran, and then when they came to America, they couldn't speak English. And they were already refugees. So it was a disproportionate number of Shia that were representing that study, Iranians that represent that study. And clearly, and I used to think that as well. I used to mention that to my congregationists. That, look, the amount of people that are leaving are the same. But when I looked at the methodology and when I actually published on this, because I actually published on this, and I've seen all of the studies, the demographic studies, in a book that I've written called The Scientific Deceptions of the New Atheists, which is actually free of charge in the Sapiens Institute. You can get it for free. And all of those demographics are actually flawed. What we actually find, to be honest, is that there is more people coming into Islam in the West than there are people leaving. And that's pretty much a general rule.
I'm looking at it right here. It's not about America. It's general. It's general. It's considered global. It is from Pew Research 2015 April. Projected growth between 2010 and 2020 to 2050.
You're getting it wrong. Do you know why? Because if it was about all of the people in the world, if it was about all the people in the world, then
it's not about America.
How could there be a net inflow? Because they looked at 2010 to 2050, and they said there was 3 million excess net inflow. So there was 3 million converts. But by the way, from our experience, because we deal with converts all the time, from our experience, in-house studies, we found that the majority of converts are actually private converts. Just like when people leave Islam, they're privately murtad or whatever.
That is definitely not true.
How do you know it's true? What's your evidence?
Because we see it. We don't need evidence for that. You don't need evidence for something that is so.
Oh, because we see it. Well, you saw every single conversion. You stupid idiot! Wallah hamar, this guy is so dumb. How do you know he's acting like he can see every single conversion? So let me turn the script on him. Have you seen every single murtad? Have you seen all these secret apostasies? Like, what are you talking about? The argument works against you, idiot. God, does this man have any intellect? He contradicts himself every 5 seconds. No, but we see it.
Logical point.
The vast majority of people who leave Islam do it privately. They don't do it publicly because they are scared. I know many people who do it privately, including in Muslim countries. They have to have it on their ID cards, for example, and they don't get out of it. Whereas people who converge.
Look at this. He's like, oh, we have to have it on the ID card. First, earlier on, he said we're talking about America, right? Not the world, because he gave Mohammed Hijab corrected him. He's like, it wouldn't make sense if you're talking about the whole world. Notice now he switches to the ID card thing, which is only outside of America. Nowhere in America do we say, oh, you have to have your religion on your ID card. Which one is it, Apus, you stupid idiot? Which one is it? Is it the one, is it a global stat, or is it just for America? Pick one, right? I mean, can anyone see how dumb this is? He switches between the argument now. In the middle of a debate, within 10 seconds, he does that. I mean, the man is not there. He's not. I feel bad that Mohammed Hijab wasted his time talking to such a lowly individual, a man that lacks. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a double-digit IQ individual. You know, I mean, he is a mental minion, a midget. Exactly. He's stunted. Intellectually stunted. He's like this albino Klingon who's trying to talk English to people, and we don't understand him. We don't rationalize with him. Anyway, let's continue.
Because they're a part of a culture, a dominant culture, which is, let's say, Christian.
It's not true. It's not
How,
true.
do you know how we know it's true from the British context?
How do you know it?
Yeah, because there was a study that was done. It's also in my book in the bibliography you can find. That there was they looked at census data, because in England, in the UK, you have census data every 10 years. And that's probably one of the best. It's like the demographic gold standard. So they looked at census data 2001, 2011, 2021, 2000. We haven't done 2021 yet, yeah? But they looked at 2001, 2011. I think they looked at 91 as well, yeah? So this in that period of time, they look at the amount of people that identify in the census as Muslim. And so when they churned the numbers together, they found that actually, yeah, the numbers were one thing, but when they did small-scale sociological studies, they found that converts were less likely to tell their family members and therefore write in the census data that they're Muslim. Therefore,
that's all we have.
That's
likely is all we have.
It's usually a house. The leader of the household is writing it down. So they'll write down, if their kid has like a 16-year-old in their family has become Muslim, they don't know about it. They're gonna write Christian because they don't know that this guy's become Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
We know, like.
Well, I could say people who smoke are less likely to go to the gym. That doesn't mean
area. It's a dark area. We don't exactly know the numbers. Exactly.
I could say people who smoke are less likely to go to the gym. That doesn't mean that people who smoke generally don't go to the gym, or that the vast majority of them don't go to the gym. It may just mean that 2% more of people who smoke don't go to the gym.
Look at this idiot talking about percent. How do you know it's 2% more, ya hamar? If you can't tell, why are you putting numbers on it, you idiot? And here's what I don't understand. Why is he saying this if he doesn't apply the same standard, ya hamar, to apostates? If that area is black, if you don't know, if you cannot guess it, if you can say, oh, well, it's 2% who smoke, it might be more who don't go to the gym or whatever. Why don't you apply that same faulty logic to the number of people, quote, leaving Islam? Apostate, Apus, whatever your name is. Right? What an idiot. He is not consistent in his arguments. This is why he loses every single debate he gets into. Daniel Hakikachu manhandled him for 4 hours. Right now, so far, Mohammed Hijab has been handling him for an hour and a half. This man likes to be manhandled. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anyways, by the way, Abdullah Samir as well today was mentioning my private parts again today. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter. What is up with Abdullah Samir mentioning my private parts? He keeps talking about the size of my genitals for some reason, and I'm swinging them around. Anyway, these people are strange people. Wallahi ajib, very strange individuals. After all, I mean, these people believe you can have sex with your cousins or animals or your sisters or brother. I don't know what they're saying. But whatever.
What we're saying is that Islam.
That's not how statistics work.
No, it's disanalogies because you're talking about correlation versus causation. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact that when people become Muslim, they're also quiet about it. Just like when they leave Islam, they're quiet about it.
Well, we don't have any substantial evidence for that.
Pardon?
We don't have any substantial evidence for that.
Before there is good evidence from. You can refer to my book for that if you like.
Fine. Let's leave it. Let's leave it that way.
But before we leave it, I just want to say something, okay?
You notice how he's not asking Mohammed Hijab won't ask him for evidence, or apostate, whatever, Apus won't show any evidence, but he demands evidence from Mohammed Hijab. You notice that the level of intellectual dishonesty? What a loser. What a pathetic loser you are. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished.
No, I would like to reiterate the one thing. I challenged you to. I challenged you to discuss.
A big audience of Muslim people. This is one of the biggest YouTubers, Muslim YouTubers on the net. You're not going to get an opportunity like this again, believe me. Your opportunity is. Believe me, Adam Salah, am I wrong? You're one of the biggest Muslim.
The biggest podcast, the biggest Muslim podcast in the world. We have most of our viewers are Muslim, and in this podcast, we
you've got the biggest Muslim podcaster.
Yeah, I would like to reiterate what I said before. I think it would be a unique thing. I think it would be a unique thing for the biggest ex-Muslim influencer and the biggest Muslim apologist of our time.
Biggest ex-Muslim influencer. I don't know why doesn't somebody ask him for the data behind that? I mean, since he likes data so much, give me your data, Yahmar.
To come together and to actually have a debate on the topic.
I already have David Wood.
Is Islam the truth? I said ex-Muslim. He's not an ex-Muslim. For the biggest ex-Muslim and the biggest Muslim apologists to come together and to have a debate on whether Islam is the truth.
Face to face. What I'm saying to you, look, of all due respect,
are you accepting the initial offer that you accepted, which is an online debate or not?
Well, I don't want to look.
So we have had a conversation. So you have no conversation here talking to me, but you have a conversation by having.
So you see the problem here? Like, he is gonna complain early on, yesterday in the video. He's like, "Oh, you're not letting me talk. You guys don't let me talk. I don't want to talk to Mohammed Hijab. I don't want to talk." Now he's asking Mohammed Hijab a question. Mohammed Hijab is trying to answer, and he's talking over him. Right? What's your excuse now, dumb idiot? What is your excuse, Apus? Let the man talk, Yahmar.
With having an online debate.
No, what I'm saying to you is this: look, you have an opportunity. Your goal in life is to try and show people that Islam is false. You have an opportunity.
I will use that opportunity once you allow me to have a debate.
Even want to postpone that.
This isn't going nowhere.
He already had.
This isn't going nowhere.
He already had his.
At the end of the day, you asked a bunch of questions. Mohammed Hijab answered a lot of your questions.
Right on.
A very great.
Didn't answer.
Aywa.
You don't even know anything about Islam. You just said that at the beginning of our conversation. What are you talking about?
What an idiot. And like you know something about Islam? Like, why are you making fun of them? They at least know, they're smart enough to believe have the right message of Islam. You idiot, you took it the wrong way and became a kafir murtad. Or you know nothing about Islam. You know nothing. You've been proven wrong on every single point you made. Everything. You know nothing about Islam.
Makes you. What do you know about Islam?
You just openly said that you don't know anything about Islam just before we started.
Where are your credentials?
He knows more. He
studied it. He has degrees in it.
Yeah, you see how Apus is playing games? They said that they knew more. Mohammed Hijab knew more than them. They never said they never knew nothing about Islam. Right? But Apus is intellectual dishonest. All he'd rather do is put that dumb smile on his face and laugh and act like he's not triggered. But right now, I bet you he's sweating. Right now, his backside is sweating in that chair. They want him to up the AC in the room, but he's getting triggered right now. I could tell. Look at his language. Look at his body language. He's swiveling his chair. He's scratching his face. He's trying to laugh nervously. He's getting crazy. Absolutely horrible.
I'd rather have someone who.
I know.
More,
I'm saying.
Reason this, right?
Slim. I'm saying how can you judge this when you clearly said that you have no knowledge?
I'm judging.
No degrees.
What do you mean? How can you judge? It's very simple. He asked you. You asked him questions. He answered you. You just said no, not true, and didn't provide any rebuttal. And now asking for a formal debate somewhere else. Yes, that shows somebody that you're not prepared. You don't have the answers. Right now, Mohammed Hijab is owning you. He's wrecking you in front of everybody. And your defense is, let's have a formal debate. Crazy.
Look,
I have no training. I have no degrees. You have certificates.
What are you good at?
You know what I could? You have three. You have three certificates, right? I could go and I could.
Leaving Islam was a.
I could pay $4,000 to get a certificate in Islamic studies, and then I would be qualified to
$4,000 in Islamic study. From where, ya Hamar? From Phoenix Online? From what? From Abdullah Samir's YouTube channel? Like from who? From David Wood, some bullcrap university he went to? Who gets a $4,000 degree for? What are you talking about? You uneducated buffoon. You can tell this man has never been to college before. He thinks a degree will cost him $4,000 to get. What an idiot. What an idiot. Let's continue.
You got to do 10 years of study to come back to me.
10 years. Have you studied each of your 4 areas for 10 years?
Not all together.
Not, of course not. Because you have studied some of them for just 6 months or 9 months. I could apply for.
You're not getting.
Okay, fine. 6 months. Now he's getting in technicalities. What have you studied, ya Hamar? What is your credential? What have you studied for even 2 days? What have you what scholar? Like, why are they even arguing this? It doesn't matter if we studied for 9 months, 1 year, 10 years, 6 years. Where have you studied, Ridwan? You dumb idiot. Where have you studied? He has no credentials, nothing at all, and yet he's running his mouth as if he knows what he's talking about.
In this,
have you not? Have you not?
Subject,
have you not? How long have you studied for a certificate?
Look,
how long have you studied for a certificate?
Pardon? For each one, depends on, like, for the ones like I've done in the political philosophy. Look,
how long have you studied for that certificate? I'm talking about certificates, not about degrees.
Like 3 years, 2 years for another one, 1 year for another one, 2 years, and you add it.
You can get a certificate in Islamic studies for 1 year. I could go and pay $4,000 and do that. Would that mean I am now qualified to debate Islam?
Islamic seminary, though. Like, no,
I'm asking his question. I'm asking the question.
People have to go through Islamic seminary. Like,
dude, he keeps telling him you have to go to an Islamic seminary. You have to go to an Islamic seminary. This idiot is so slow in the head. This double-digit IQ idiot doesn't realize that the online degree he's talking about is not a seminary. What an idiot.
When you go through the seminary in Islam, then you can come back and talk. Here's the thing: is look, if
I paid $4,000.
Do you agree?
$4,000 and I got a certificate in Islamic studies. Would I then be qualified to debate Islam?
Do you know what it comes down to? Let me tell you something. Yeah.
I'm asking you a question. Can you answer the question? Again? If I paid $4,000 and got a certificate in Islamic,
you got to show your work. You got to do your work. Go and do the. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Certificates that you got in 1 year because that's how a certificate works.
You're not going to go to a doctor and say, "Well, what certificates you have?" Oh, I've just been doing online videos. No, you go to a website, has certificates. The guy has his qualifications. Otherwise, you're not going to go to that.
Look at him. He's like leaning back, like, get away from me. You're kicking my ass right now. Stop beating me. Stop putting it in my face. Stop it. You're taunting. Look at him. He wants to back away from Mohammed Hijab. You could tell by his body language, the man is destroyed. He doesn't have a response. His response is that academia is fake. It doesn't matter. I can do it anytime I want to. You don't need to go to school. We can do this for fun. There's nothing to really study. He's an idiot. We have 1,000 years of scholarship within Islam. And we have people, Western Orientalists, non-Muslim academics, study for years before they talk. And Ridwan, the guy who doesn't know the basics of Islam, he comes out and starts acting like he's the ex-imam. And like now he's going to talk about it. And he was a devout Muslim. I mean, what a cringeworthy moment. Dude, you're destroying yourself. Even another ex-Muslim on Twitter was tweeting out saying that, apostate prophet embarrassed us. He embarrassed us completely. Can you imagine how appalling? Your own camp believes that you are a misrepresentation of ex-Muslims. That is how pathetic you are. Just because you put up a stupid sign of a map you got behind you on Amazon for like $15 doesn't make you smart, idiot. All right? Instead of paying $15 for those stupid little canvases behind you, why don't you put that towards your education? If you really want to make a business out of refuting Islam, go and study Islam. He read the Quran 3 times. Oh my God. La ilaha illallah. He should have been the Imam of the Haram. He read it 3 times. We khalas. If he read it the 4th time, we might as well call him Al-Mahdi. Okay, how about that? What an idiot. What a dumb excuse. What a dumb excuse. Anyways, let's continue.
So Mohammed Hijab
Why should we go to you for Islam? Why?
Qualified in 4 areas, including having certificates of 1
year.
I would not be qualified in Islamic studies by keeping the certificate.
I can talk about political philosophy if I want. I can talk about history if I want. I can talk about comparative religion if I
You
want.
don't even understand freedom of speech. You don't understand moral philosophy.
Why? Because I've been through.
He doesn't understand moral philosophy. What are your credentials, ya Hamar? What book did you write about it? What peer-reviewed literature have you created with one? Besides online videos with apostate, with the David Wood eating Quran. Like, what have you done? I mean, what did you think was going to happen when you ate the Quran? Did you think it was going to be like osmosis? Like you were going to absorb all this information in your gut and then somehow become a scholar? I mean, what were you thinking, you idiot?
Processes. You haven't.
You have the poorest understanding of moral philosophy that I've seen in my life.
That's according to a layman. Do you get it? You're a layman.
It doesn't matter whether I'm a layman or not.
It does matter, dude. Why would someone who is a layman debate with someone who's an academic? That's like bringing a doctor to argue with someone who's a garbage cleaner. Why would you do that? Why would a doctor put himself in a position to say, okay, I'm going to waste my time debating a garbage man over the issues of medical issues? Would anybody do that? You're a garbage man when it comes to Islam, Ridwan. You're a trash can. You're a garbage picker. You're the dump man. All right, Apus, you don't have any credentials. You have zero knowledge. There are 10-year-olds that have more knowledge of Islam than you do. You're a big fat zero. You amount to nothing. You only impress retard Hindus who hate Islam, stupid ex-Muslims who left Islam because they wanted a girlfriend and they get drunk and because they couldn't get divorced from their wife, and then some other idiots who just want to the right-wing Christian evangelicals who just hate everything around them. Right? Anyways, let's continue.
Study philosophy.
The misunderstanding.
I said to him, look, I don't care what you prescribe for me. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what you should prescribe for me. He's going to say, look, layman.
I would just like to ask a very brief question. A very brief question. Can I ask you a very brief question?
You're not ready for this because you know what? Here's the reality of the situation.
A very brief question.
You want the public, or you've asked? You've been questions. I've allowed you to ask me all the questions.
Do you think that because I'm an atheist who doesn't believe in God?
I can
Do you
answer.
think because I'm an atheist who doesn't believe in God, that means I have no morals? And
Okay, let me answer the question.
You have no morals by ripping up.
You ripped up the Quran. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm sorry for people like you. I'm sorry for people like you, Apus. I'm genuinely sorry because what are you doing with your life? Right?
You know what's funny? Even like Adam Saleh and Slim, right? Who are not really involved philosophically or whatever, right? They can tell you that this man lacks morality. Look at his demeanor. Look at his behavior. Of course, he lacks morality. His morality is objective. The man admitted on a podcast with Arman Navabi that it's okay for a sister and sister to have sex with each other because there's no inherent harm. Objectively, he quoted. I quote him actually. Objectively, it's okay. There's no moral argument against that. Objectively, he said it's okay for a couple who are brother and sister or mother and son to have intercourse with each other, provided there are no offspring, because he said objectively there's no problem with it. So yes, you are morally bankrupt. You're no less than an animal. You know, the Quran said, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Right? He says that that basically that we have created mankind in the best of stature and in creation, but we have reduced them to the lowest of the low, and that the only way you become better are those who do good deeds and righteous, who are righteous and do good deeds, right? And so essentially, if you take yourself away from this guidance, then you are like an animal. You become even worse than the animal, right? Yes, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm getting caught on my words. Subjective morality. It is subjective to him because it really depends on the view of the person, like what is right and wrong, which becomes subjective, right? So this is what he's arguing on a different podcast with Arman Navabi. So Mohammed Hijab is absolutely right in this case. Let's continue.
Adam Saleh, you have an IQ of 80, 85.
Oh, you don't have an IQ.
Stop talking to me about Apus.
Of one.
So that's another fact. Hey, Adam Saleh, you have an IQ of 85. How do you know what his IQ is? You look like you have Down syndrome. You see, this is why I get mad. Why be soft with him? He's trying to look at Adam Saleh and try to act like he's smart. Bro, he has users, double your users. He makes more money. Bro, you look like you have Down syndrome, bro. You look like an albino Klingon. You should be speaking on some foreign tongue. It looks like they called you Hammerhead in high school. Why are you even talking about the way people look and the way they are? I don't understand. You are irrelevant. Your intellect is it is not even measurable at this moment. We're trying to find out if you have anything within your brain right now. I mean, literally, we don't understand this. Anyways, let's continue, because this is why, if you see why, like, I can make ad hominems, right? Because I don't care about the guy. I'm not going to debate him on a forum. If he wants to come talk to me, I won't respect him at all. I could care less about the guy. I believe in freedom of speech. I live in America. He lives in America. I can curse him all day long. It doesn't bother me. But why would Mohammed Hijab, an elevated academic person who's qualified, why would he debate a double-digit brain-dead albino Klingon? Can you explain that to me? A man who taunts his wife around on Twitter like a total dayuth. Why would he debate someone like him? For what? Nothing.
You're a loser.
You're a loser. You're a loser.
Turkish people do not claim you. Turkish people do not claim you.
I don't care if he's an athlete.
He's a creative. No.
I am deeply sorry. If you insult me, I will insult you back. That's what just happened.
No. Adam Saleh has an athlete.
I'm asking you a question. I don't care. I have no muscles here. I have no
I
muscles.
don't care. I have no muscles. I don't care.
Relax. What you're saying? You're childish.
Nothing.
Your question about morality.
I'm asking you a simple question. Because I do not believe in God and because I am an atheist, do you, as somebody who claims to be an expert in philosophy, do you think it is right to claim that I can have no morals and that it is therefore for me completely indifferent?
You ripped the Quran. You laughed at someone eating the Quran. You
answer your question.
Like, you just
Go ahead, answer the question. As far as I've
you have no morals.
No. Let me answer his question. On a philosophical level, yeah?
Good.
I'm not saying that atheists cannot have morals. I would atheists. What?
You said that to me.
He just said no. He just said he doesn't believe that.
No, let me tell you my answer.
Look at this face. Look at this stupid face. What a dumb face. This is the face of an idiot who just decided, you know what? I don't know what I said. I'm retarded right now. I look stupid right now. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of stupid. I don't know what I said. The man just told you no in your face, you idiot. You know? Anyways.
Can I answer?
Go ahead, answer.
So, come on. So I'm not saying that atheists, that's never been what I said. I've never said that. I'm very careful with my articulations. Sure. I never say that atheists cannot have morals. What I will say is that an atheist cannot have a claim to objective morality, which is different. So I'm saying this, on an atheistic worldview, yeah, you can't tell me anything morally. You can't tell me you should do this and you shouldn't do this. Why? Because on atheism, you have no mechanism which anchors morality. I've done the work. You haven't. That's the difference. There's even people like John Stuart Mill. We talk about liberalism. Yeah, they candidly tell you there is no proof that can tell you objectively in the book of on utilitarianism that there's no proof to show that this is objective morality. So what I'll say is that you can never make your major arguments. A lot of your major arguments yourself and many of the people like you against Islam is how is this and this is immoral, this and that. What I'm saying to you is that morally speaking, yeah, as an atheist, you have no anchorage, meaning you cannot claim anything is objective. Otherwise, I'll say to you,
nervously drinking water.
Because you're on the record of saying that bestiality is okay. You're on the record of saying that
I have never said that. I have never said that bestiality is okay. I've never even talked about bestiality.
It's okay. You said incest is okay.
No, I have never said that either.
Liar.
You think incest is okay?
I have never said that.
I've seen that DM on Ali Dawa, and I see that DM. I've seen what you wrote.
We will see if
you never said that.
Hey man.
I've said to Ali Dawa, he asked me, do you think it's okay for the father and the son to have sex? I said, if there was no harm to society and the individual.
Whoa, no harm to society. Whoa, hey, yo,
shut up. I said, if there evidently was no
harm
into the individuals in having incest, then there would be no problem with it. But that is not reality because that is not reality because
what's going on?
Such a intercourse will have harm on the individuals and the society, which is why incest is not okay.
Can you
wrong? Wait, hold on.
Objectively
Hold
prove
on. Let's break this down. What an idiot! This guy is so absolutely stupid. So, what harm is he talking about? He's talking about a offspring, right? He's saying that when you have a child from an incestuous relationship, the chances of the offspring carrying on weaker genetics is a problem when you look in the scientific world, right? So the easy way to counter that point is, well, what if you present the case where you have a brother and a sister who decide not to have children? The guy ties his tubes, she cuts or whatever, she has her tubes tied, whatever it may be. Right? They don't want to have children. Is it then okay? What is his answer going to be? He's going to say subjectively, according to his morality, that it's fine because there's no intended harm. So technically, he believes that it's okay. Morally, it's fine for people to be involved in incestuous relationships. Let's give it another example. What about a son with a post-menopausal mother, where there can be no chance of an offspring? Would that be okay? What about two sisters that are lesbian, two brothers that are gay? Would that be okay? Right? There's no possible offspring here, right? So what is the argument, Apus? You stupid moron. You don't think your argument's through. It is not a hypothetical. It's a very real situation. As a matter of fact, in Germany today, there are people who are pushing for incestuous marriages under the guise of the right to love. You idiot. It's a real question where you are morally bankrupt. You are finished. You're finished. You're finised.
The harm principle.
We could go lengthily into the discussion on
No,
that.
right now, you said something. You made it.
I will not discuss it.
You asked me to
I will
prove.
not discuss it. I'm correcting the language.
You prove the harm principle.
No, I will not.
You cannot. That's the answer. That you cannot.
I can and I will.
No, you can't. Don't shoot milk
within this week or next week. I will not.
Let's not pretend to be.
Wait, I do not believe.
So this is not how a debate works. He's arguing a position, and he's saying that I can prove it, but I'm not going to prove it now. I'm going to prove it next week or this week or a year from now or 10 months from now or when I'm dead. Oh, what an idiot. Either you make the point or you don't make it. You can't make the claim and then not qualify it. What kind of... This is how the man wants to debate. What happens during a debate when a point is brought? Is he going to say, oh, you know what? I'll prove it to you next week in a video when I release it. No, the whole point of having a debate is that so you can hear the rebuttal, so you can counter the claim, not so I have to wait 1 week for a video to come out where I might see it and you have a monologue. No, idiot. That is the whole point of debate in a Q&A. So we can have a debate back and forth, an argument, a conversation. Stupid Apus.
That there is intrinsic objective morality. I don't believe.
You don't believe in morality?
I don't believe that there is inherent objective morality.
That makes sense. Objective morality.
Do you understand philosophy at all? There is morality. There is morality on a descriptive level and then on a level in which you prescribe it to society. I do not believe that intrinsically there is objective morality in the world. I do not believe.
Sorry, I don't understand that. Sorry,
I do not believe that a human who is born into the world has objective moral values. I do not believe that.
No, that doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense. Your articulation is flawed. Your articulation is flawed. No, do you know why? Because what you're saying is, I do not believe when a human being has. Morality is not possessive in that sense. You're all over the place. You either believe in objective morality or you don't. You're either subjectivist or objectivist. Which one of the two are you? Are you subjectivist or objectivist?
Fine. I do not agree. Let
you know what I feel like? I feel like that we have to bring a Turkish translator. He's gonna make this argument in the next video. Oh, English is not my first language. I speak. Let's do it in German. If I was doing it in German, I would have totally beat him. If I was doing it in Turkish, I would have beat Mohammed Hijab. But he's taking advantage of the fact that English is not my language. Shut up. Go home. Retire. Hang up the gloves. You're done. You're finished.
Let me say it in different words for you because you don't understand basic.
No, because you don't understand English as a first language.
Basic English.
Don't try it. Don't try it. You didn't make sense in your articulation. Now you're trying to make me look like the person. No, your articulation is good. So now say it in a proper way.
And for a brute like you, I would like to say, there is a difference between saying a society has intrinsic morality and the difference between saying a society should have morality, or a society should have morals. A society has morals.
Do morals exist as objective reality or not? Yes or do you,
that is not how this works. That is not how this works.
Yeah, really. So there's something that's called moral realism. What's more? Are morals objectively real or not? Are they real or not? Are morals?
The person can have objective moral values, subjective moral values, relative moral values, and
what are they? Are they objective or subjective?
What?
In your view?
What? Say it again. I didn't understand you.
Okay. My question to you is so simple. Like, my question to you is: morality, is it objective or not? Are there such a thing as objective moral?
I don't think so.
So okay, good. So and therefore all of your moral arguments have collapsed against Islam. So then we have all scientific ones, and you've collapsed all your moral ones.
No, they have not.
Yeah, because everything that you say about Islam now,
all this says is no, it hasn't. No, I can't prove it, but no, stop it, no. What an idiot!
Everything you say about Islam now morally doesn't make sense.
How morality works.
Morality.
Notice the nervous laugh.
You do not.
Morality works. So you believe it's objective. It's not true. It's not objective.
A nihilist, for example, can be a nihilist insofar that he does not believe that there are natural moral values.
Nihilism is not synonymous with objectivity.
True. Why would you bring nihilism into this?
Talking about a nihilist may believe that there are no.
Yeah, it's not subjective. It's not synonymous. Nihilism is something which is.
Of course, it's not.
Yeah. So why are you being a subjectivist? If you're a subjectivist,
I am not.
You said you're not an objectivist. So you must be a subjectivist. What are you then? No, stop pretending you. Stop.
Wait.
I studied that you have not.
Did you?
You know what he should have done? You know how he said, wait. He should have said, wait a minute, Muhammad. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. Stop beating up on me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm fronting. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Leave me alone. Let me bring somebody else who knows more about this than I do. I'm just chatting crap right now, right? He doesn't know how to define the terms he's using. This is the problem. He's ignorant of the terminology. Let's continue.
Just say, if I'm not an objectivist, then I must be a subjectivist. Is that
you have to be? If you don't believe in objective morality, what are you laughing at, man?
So if I don't believe in objective morality, then I have to believe in subjective morality.
Yeah, because either objective or subjective. You've got two choices.
Yeah, I mean, why is he clapping? What an idiot! Either it's yes or no. Either it's open. I mean, either it's completely true or it's not true. I mean, there's no gray area for it. Does anybody here know of any gray area between subjective or objective? Does anybody know? Anybody know any gray area between that? I don't.
What's the third option? Go on.
Thank you.
Bro, you're not even on A level. Bro, I swear to God, wallahi, uqsum billah, you're not even a C grade A level. You're not even a C grade. If I was to mark your work, bro, you're not a C grade. You're not on, bro, a year 10, year 11 in ethics can get a better understanding of it. I'm saying a 16-year-old, a sharp 16-year-old will see that you don't know what you're talking about.
100%.
Now, what is the other option? You've got objective morality, subjective morality. What's the third one?
2,000 years of moral philosophy.
Do you know what we should do? Oh my God! Wait, hold on. What did he just say?
Go on, say it. What's the third option? You've either got.
Wait, did he just say 2,000 years of moral philosophy? Is that what he just said? Did I hear that right? I don't know, man. This guy is absolutely nuts. You know what? I think everyone should tweet him and say, "What is the third option?" If you're not a if there's no objective and there's no subjective, then what is the third option? Tweet at him like, hey, Ridwan, what is the third option? See what he says. We need the third option.
Objective morality, subjective morality. What's the other one?
What's the other one? Do you think there is no other option besides objective morality?
Yeah. I'm saying it's either objective.
So instead of answering a question, with a response, with telling him the third option, all he's doing is looking stupid and trying to buy time and ask him the same question again, right? He's answering a question with a question. Does everybody not see that? Apus does not know how to answer the question, so he's diverting to trying to make it sound like, yeah, it's subjective morality. I like that, since that's a good one. Naughty. I like that.
Or subjective? What's the third one?
So you think there is only objective?
Oh my God!
What's the third one?
To say
What are you laughing at? That's not an answer, bro.
I will make a video response to you because I think this will be
You don't need to make a video response. If it's not objective, it has to be subjective.
No, it's not.
You're gonna get laughed at. You know, cosmic skepticism guys, they're gonna laugh at you, bro. They're gonna associate with this idiot. With all due respect, you have not level understanding of morality.
I have just asked you.
Either objective or not. If it's not objective, it has to be subjective. There's no other option. What can it be? There's no crossover. There's no middle ground. It's either objective or not.
I'm not gonna answer you. I'm gonna make a video about you. I'm just gonna look in the sky like I don't know what's happening because I feel pressure right now. So I need the camera to be off of me because I feel very nervous. So I'm just gonna make a video next week. Idiot! Just turn it off. Somebody cut this man's internet. Listen, Ridwan's wife, Miss Apostate. If you love this man even 1 ounce, cut the internet connection. Just stop paying the internet bill. Get him off the internet. He is embarrassing himself. Stop. Stop. He has no business talking about things he doesn't know.
That's why you got it all wrong. That's why your criticisms against Islam are flawed, because you don't even have a basic understanding of moral philosophy. You don't.
So,
and you can't pretend you do. You have
to the Muslim viewers who don't understand philosophy very well.
Bro, you don't know it. You have no.
Now you're trying to avoid Mohammed Hijab and say, oh, to the Muslim viewers, trust me. Why would we trust you, Hamar? You're getting exposed. Like, why would can you tell me why any Muslim viewer would trust your opinion on anything? On anything, ya Apus. You are being exposed right now for your inadequacies, your inability to define and articulate your points, your misunderstanding of basic philosophical terms. And right now, Mohammed Hijab is backhanding you all over the show, right? I mean, even people who know nothing are destroying you. I mean, you are not even C-grade, and he says, and now you're trying to address a larger group of people. Are you out of your mind? Somebody cut this man's internet. Somebody dial 911 and cut this man's internet. It's a goddamn emergency.
You don't know.
I'm saying to all those viewers who don't understand philosophy very well, I would like to say, what Mohammed Hijab said about objective morality is, for example, completely wrong. Which is,
go on, give me the third option.
If I don't believe in objective morality, for example, if I'm doesn't believe in objective morality, that doesn't mean that I cannot have objective moral values. It can mean that
you either believe in objective morality or you believe in subjective morality. There's no third option. What's the third option?
You have just clearly said, when I asked you,
What's the third option? What is the third option? Stop laughing. Stop pretending.
Thank you.
When I just asked you about whether an atheist can have objective morality, you said that.
Oh my God, we know he said that. What's the third?
You know what's funny? No shade on my brother Adam Saleh. No shade on Slim. But I know that they haven't studied these topics, right? You could tell that they're not really. This is not their wrong, right? That's fine. It's not for everybody. Even I'm not that. I'm not big on philosophy either. But you could tell even Adam, who hasn't studied this, is figuring out the game here. He gets it. He's like, well, what's the third option? If you're saying it's not subjective and it's not objective, then what is it, my friend? What is the other option? How come Ridwan can't give us the option? Come on, Apus. What is it? What is the option?
Atheists had hope in this guy. The great
atheists can have objective morals.
Bro, objective. There's no third option.
An atheist may have objective morals that are.
What's the third option?
An atheist may have objective morals that are not based on the belief in God, for example.
That's a different discussion. You either believe in objective morality or subjective morality. You're saying there's a third option. What is the third option?
I'm not saying to you. I will surprise you.
What's the third option? You will not.
Let's leave it by it. I asked you the question. Look, I was the one.
With all due respect,
look, was I not the one?
Allow me to teach.
Was I not the one who asked you the question?
Allow it.
Was I not the one who asked you the question whether there are only three? Proof.
Submit to the knowledge. Allow it. What I'm saying.
Was I not the one who asked you whether there are only two?
Pardon?
I was the one who asked you
whether you are objective or subjective. What you got the third?
Right, we're done. I asked you this question because I want to respond to you.
What's the third option? If it's not objective, it has to be subjective.
So what he's saying now is he doesn't want to have a debate. He just wants to ask questions, get the answer, then try to address the Muslim community. Then he got shot down. So instead of responding and addressing Mohammed Hijab, he wants to get the answer, cowardly go back to his studio, make a video where Mohammed Hijab is not on the video and have a huge monologue and present a false case that Mohammed Hijab cannot refute on the spot. You see the game here? He doesn't want to challenge Mohammed Hijab. He knows right now that Mohammed Hijab will intellectually demolish him. He is a mental midget in front of him right now. He is being educated and schooled by him. And instead of providing a response, which he can't because he doesn't know what he's talking about, he has to go up and Google and find something real quickly before he can issue this. That's why he wants to issue a video, because he wants to do his research. He's going to talk to other people. Give me an argument against him. Give me an argument. Help me, please, bro. I'm getting beat up. Please help me get it. Give me an answer. We have to do this. And then make a video about it, right? That is the name of the game here. You're dishonest, Apus. You cannot have a real debate.
I will not respond to you because I know how you.
Well, why don't you answer the question? You're not answering. He's answering all your questions.
My man said, tell him.
Empty head. That's the reason why.
No, for the same reason that you're not going to have a debate with me online because you're scared.
Oh, look,
You know what? I don't think the thing is even going anywhere.
I know. I think so. Like,
you haven't your abilities, to be honest.
I'm playing by my standards. You're playing by your standards.
Whatever, man.
I will take my discussions to my platform and respond to you. And people will laugh at you.
You really have nothing to say, do you? You really have nothing to say. Because here's the thing. We talked about science and we realized that
I challenge you to a debate on whether Islam is the truth.
that.
And you have been scared to debate one simple topic with me.
No one.
Which you've said. You said you don't believe in objective morality. If you don't believe in objective morality, which means this means you know what the implication is? The implication is this. The implication is any argument you make against Islam, which is moral, if you're asking about age of consent or apostasy or penal laws or anything you want to ask, from this day onwards, you have no right.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
That's why. You can't
prove
my
morality.
Prove it. I'm asking you to prove your morality.
I could, for example, argue that morality is completely based on utilitarianism, for example.
Yeah, but Mill and Bentham, Jeremy Bentham, who's the founding father of utilitarianism, these individuals never said that it was objective.
It doesn't depend on individuals. This is not how it works.
Utilitarianism
So the idea, the one who comes up with the idea of utilitarianism can tell you that it's, I mean, we know from their work it's not based on objective morality. Is now he's going to argue with them now and tell us what they intended? What an idiot. What a stupid idiot. Why is this man even acting like he's a philosopher? Like, why?
Utilitarianism is an idea. It doesn't mean that it has to abide by the ideas.
Who made the idea of utilitarianism? Who is the philosophical founding father of utilitarianism?
That's not how this works. Philosophy doesn't work in a way that if
who put forward utilitarianism?
Let me educate you.
You can't, because I'm telling you who is the founding father of utilitarianism. You can't even answer that.
Yeah, I love
Have you read Jeremy Bentham's books?
One more question.
Have you read it? Honestly, have you read it? Have you read it? Who is Jeremy Bentham?
Is this another assertion that you're making?
Jeremy Bentham.
If you abide by a certain moral philosophy,
who is he?
you have to agree with one
Who
person.
is Jeremy Bentham? Who is he?
Is what you're saying that what you're saying that if you abide by a moral philosophy, you have to agree with what one certain person who founded the philosophy or who has influenced it.
I'm not that. What I'm saying is this: that the definition.
I can have a utilitarianism.
What's the definition of utilitarianism?
I can have a utilitarian point of view while not abiding by certain.
I'll ask you a basic question, man. What's
never answers no question.
He doesn't answer.
Utilitarianism.
For
the greatest number.
It depends. For example, if a society decides that I'm answering your goddamn question. If a society decides that something is good, that something is better for.
He's about to lose it. He's getting crazy. See it? I'm answering your goddamn question. Let me answer, please. He can't even answer. He's doing everything but answering the question. That's the problem.
For society, to which they come as a result of the common consensus or due to new findings, then it means that this will be a law that society has agreed on, and this is utilitarianism.
No, it's not, that's not a definition of utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is not defined like that by any moral or political philosopher. By the way, and I've written essays on utilitarianism. I've got something written on utilitarianism as well. It's called the liberalism. And you can find it on for free. Mohammed Hijab, put it on Google.
He's offering free literature.
You can find it for free. I've
free
written
learning
about the stuff
material.
you claim to talk about. I've written about it, bro. I've
What will you not pick now? What will you correct?
Well,
If something good for society is good,
don't
what will you
pretend to
correct?
arrogate to me. You're not a professor. You're not my senior.
I
Do you get
just
it?
told
If
you,
you're my
utilitarianism
At this point,
You're
I feel like Apus, you should just go and read Mohammed Hijab's books because you seem like you're very lost, you're very misunderstood with Islam. So I recommend you to go.
one thing on this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back. Let's get back.
Please, just allow me just for a second, yeah? Utilitarianism.
I've just
No,
described
just give me a second. Let me just let me educate you. Let me share my knowledge with you, innit? What's wrong?
You know, he's so nervous. He's so angry that he's been exposed that he doesn't want to let Mohammed Hijab have a conversation. He doesn't want to let him explain. He can't even acknowledge the point that Mohammed Hijab knows more about this than him and that he can help him understand these concepts. He's all about saving face right now. He wants to act like he knows what he's doing. And what's the best way to do it? Just turn around, just laugh like he's flipping his hair like a metrosexual. Look at it. Look at this pose. Look at what is he doing? Look at this guy. What is he doing? Who is he looking at? Where is he looking at? Like what is he doing? He can't have a debate. He's incapable of having one. He wasted everybody's time. What a peon.
You educate me from your little Google search. Let me educate you with knowledge. Let me tell you what's going on. Utilitarianism, really the greatest number, the greatest unity for the greatest amount of people. Now,
So isn't that what I just said?
you just allow me.
Isn't that what I just said?
No.
Isn't that what I just described?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. You didn't. You used democratic logic. It's different. What I'm saying,
That's what I said.
what Jeremy Bentham in his book said. What Jeremy Bentham in his book he said it's very. It's interesting because there's a Quranic argument against this. It's really interesting. He said you've got two lords. You've got the Lord of pain and you've got the Lord of pleasure. What the Quran says.
You know what this is like? Look at this. Look at this. This is like Apus begging for someone to do something to his face. Like you see that? It looks like he's waiting for maybe, I don't know, maybe, you know, he keeps calling Mohammed Hijab the golden shower boy, whatever. Maybe he's waiting for a golden shower in this picture. Look at that pose. Why is he looking up like this? What is he doing? Anybody write down in the comments what you feel like he's doing right now at this moment. What is he thinking about right now? Is he thinking about something? Why would he make that pose? Why would he be looking up that way for so long? Anybody understand? Like, what is he doing here? Anybody know?
Have you seen the one who has taken his own desires as a god? So it's interesting. The Quran has actually addressed utilitarianism in a
Wallah
interesting
MMA,
kind of way.
Sabr Yusuf.
Now, the thing is, what John Stuart Mill said is that, say, if you have a gang rape scenario, yeah, this is a common analogy that's put forward. You've got a gang rape scenario. So you've got one woman, and then you've got 5 men, and they're all having their goes with her, and she's not wanting it. She's getting raped, yeah? She got finished. Now, in this situation, is this good? Now, obviously, according to utilitarianism in a strict sense, it's allowed because obviously there's no harm principle in place. So John Stuart Mill said, look, in order to allow society to function, we have to put a harm principle in place. So that's how utilitarianism kind of was absorbed into social liberalism, yeah? Now, with social liberalism, here's my point. John Stuart Mill, who really was a utilitarian at heart, and by the way, his father James Mill was Jeremy Bentham's friend. They were buddies, yeah. Like this guy who wrote about utilitarianism, his father James Mill were friends. Now he wrote a book. Now in that book, he said, on utilitarianism is the name of the book. On chapter 4, yeah, he talked about proving utilitarianism. Now he didn't name it like that. He named it a long thing, as Cosmic Skeptic told me in the debate. But anyway, he took like a long title. But it's candid in there. He talks about desirability. Yeah, he doesn't in any way, shape, or form try and say that utilitarianism is in any way an objective morality. This is the problem. What I'm saying is you're saying you can have objective morality through utilitarianism. But Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, who were the philosophical founding fathers, they candidly said you can't really have that kind of thing. It's more to do with it's not meant to be an objective morality in that sense. So in other words, if you're pegging your moral value judgments on utilitarianism, you can't go and attack the Quran because you know why? You don't have an anchorage. You don't have an objective morality.
I have just described utilitarianism.
The Quran says this and that. You can't say based on utilitarianism, but even according to those guys, and all the way through to today's scholarship, I'm telling you, I've read the journals, bro. I have read the journals.
I have just described utilitarianism. You have described the same thing while telling me it was wrong.
I've read the journals. I've read the books. I've done the research. I've done the degrees. Please don't arrogate to me. Yeah,
dear Muslims, please listen to this honestly.
It's not an argument that utilitarian liberal ethical scholars say that actually utilitarianism is an objective morality. It's not. They know
I
it's
really
not.
wonder if you will actually release the whole talk. Yeah,
It's
I really
not.
have doubts
It's
about
not an argument. Therefore, if you want to make a moral argument against,
Look, so now he, because he doesn't know the argument, he's mocking the fact that Mohammed Hijab knows the title, knows the journals, because this idiot is too stupid, this mental midget, this minion, doesn't know the work that Mohammed Hijab is talking about. So what happens? Instead of arguing it, he is now mocking the fact that Mohammed Hijab knows the title, that he's familiar with the works, that he's making these points, right? So now instead of doing that, this is what he's doing. Typical Apus.
against Islam and say, well, Islam is against this, and therefore Islam is wrong. It's a false argument if you're basing it on utilitarian. If that's your seed bed, if that's your intellectual and epistemological seed bed, it's not going to work. So what I'm saying is that now
you don't have to have you don't have to have a specific morality.
and since morality has crumbled, what have you got left?
Exactly. He's
So-
just laughing.
So this is honestly, I think like 80% of his responses so far has been like a laughter. That's it. And then a laughter followed by another question. Never a response. Are you an idiot? Wallahi, you're such a stupid idiot. I've been involved in many debates online. You are the worst debater I've seen in my life. No wonder Daniel Hakikachu manhandled you for 4 hours. You are pathetic, dude. Stop. Somebody cut. If anybody on team Apostate Apus is watching, be sure to go to his house and cut the man's internet. Cut the Ethernet cable. Take away his router. Hide his YouTube password. The man is retarded. He is embarrassing you. Stop it. If you want to save your marriage, Miss Apus, and you want to save yourself from embarrassment, cut his internet. Keep him off the internet. Stop it. This is embarrassing.
So by disagreeing with me, you have destroyed me. That's how it works.
My question is, what you got left?
By disagreeing with me, you have destroyed me. Is that how it works?
It's not
Is that
you.
how it works?
Look, I'm not here to destroy you. You're not worthy of me.
You have number one agreed with my definition of
Weak argument.
So he takes off his headsets now because he can't deal with the argument. So he just wants to go into monologue mode. Key point. This is why he wants to make a video in response, because he can't face the criticism and the rebuttal of Mohammed Hijab. So instead of actually issuing a response and having a back and forth with him and saying, no, you're wrong because of X, Y, and Z, let me take off my headphones and go, na, 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 and start yelling. You are a coward, Apus. You have no business being apologetic. You can't do this for a living. You're not good at this. You're better off just crawling into a hole and pooping on yourself. Like, you're better off. You would get more. I mean, we would give you more accolades for that, right? You are destroyed. You are a mental midget. You are insulting Adam Saleh. His IQ, bro. I don't even know if he can register. We'd be lucky if we found a single digit, right? Don't be calling anybody a double-digit IQ. You are a moron. He dwarfed you. Shut up.
No.
When
I know
described in the same way as the argument you have destroyed.
My
You have
work
responded to everything.
I
I
know
agree. We have
your
disagreements.
work more than
You
you
have
do.
argued that you have destroyed. This is
It was at this point you just sound really childish, and you sound like you have an IQ of 39.
If you want to make Islam win, you just have to respond to people and share your opinion. Because if you share your opinion, that means
You're just.
now won.
I have to be honest. I thought you were gonna come again. Slim, bro. I thought this guy had packed the punch. I thought he had packed the punch a little bit because he was coming rough on Twitter. He was coming tough on Twitter.
Oh, he was going to crack. I thought
This guy was eating the Quran.
You are an idiot.
literally. Yeah.
Knowledge.
I'm
You have
finished.
no knowledge of basic life.
All
You
of
have
his.
no understanding of Islam. Your
Bro,
religion is
I have
a
to say
fraud.
this. All due
Religion
respect,
is
you are-
Take him. You're a fraud.
you have been finished.
Yeah, you're a
Apus.
fraud. You're finished. All you can
Apus,
say is you're wrong. No, you're not. You're wrong. Misunderstanding. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna make a video. What an idiot! Shut up. Go home. You're embarrassed. You're clearly triggered. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're pulling off your headphones. You're staring in the sky. You're drinking water. You're twirling around in your chair like a schoolgirl. What are you doing, dude? You can't have a debate. Shut your mouth already.
Apus.
Defend your religion.
Hey, Puss.
You've tried your best.
Yeah, remove him.
That was-
Remove him.
Pretend it's
Remove
all
him.
right.
Hey, Puss, it was good having you.
And it's
Thank you for.
I think at this
Thank
point
you for nothing.
you're not up to Mohammed Hijab's level.
you got
You
nothing.
did not prove
You-
nothing. You're finished,
now, but the atheist.
and you're finished.
Your life
And you're finished.
your low knowledge.
And you're finished.
And you're
And you're
finished.
finished.
You're finished.
You're finished.
May
Bro,
you go read the books of Mohammed Hijab and
your wife.
you know seek guidance.
Why care if I
Peace and blessings.
anyway? Who cares about your wife? She's
Peace and blessings.
You care about your wife, right? If people want to rape your wife, would you care about
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Shall I remove now?
Remove.
Remove.
your wife is a second.
Remove.
Out of here.
Outta here.
That's it. He's out. He's done. We're done with this guy.
Mohammed Hijab. Honestly, I'm so much respect to you for your patience. So much respect for like
you could tell right now
like
that Apus was furious when they took him out. Like that was the last moment that he wanted to go in and start screaming and what a perfect time to cut him off. I bet you he had a panic attack right after this. I bet you Apus had a panic attack right after that call got ended, and he's probably like sitting there in a pile of his own crap. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch the rest of this right now because I just wanted to see the part with Apus. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff there, and another 25 minutes of that. I will watch that later. But I just wanted to see Apus get intellectually owned. And I think at this moment, anybody that was watching the series so far, all jokes aside, I can insult the guy, I can make fun of him, but all jokes aside, the bottom line, if you take anything from this, if anybody here is an Apus fan and you're watching this, understand the man does not know what he's talking about. He creates monologues in his videos because he knows that nobody else was going to issue a rebuttal to him live. So what he'll do is he's betting on the fact that people will not go and watch the rebuttal videos. He's betting, he thinks his operation is that I'm going to keep putting out videos with the title Islam and make up things and bring on other people. So that way, you know, they don't have time to react. But the problem is that when he gets in front of a person like Mohammed Hijab, he has a panic attack. He has an anxiety attack. His sides start hurting. He starts looking to the sky for help. He starts saying, I'll make a video later on. He starts being unable to respond. This is the problem, right? You saw a man who had a mental breakdown in front of an intellectual giant, right? If I want to put it frank, Mohammed Hijab is the straight up Habib of this Dawah game. He put him in his place and made him remember to say, you know, that you can't just go and do that. Right. And that's the problem. Right. He got intellectually beat down. Even other ex-Muslims are coming out and saying, we need to make sure that Ridwan doesn't talk about this stuff because he doesn't know what he's talking about. One of them, I think Mohammed Hijab, didn't he tweet that out? I'm sorry. Let me see if I can find that Twitter. I think Mohammed Hijab tweeted that out earlier today, that a screenshot of that, I believe, I could be wrong. Let me see if I can find that screenshot here. You know what? Let me see if I can find that screenshot. Let me get this off. Someone to stop the share screen. Okay. Let me see if I can find the screen share real quickly because it was an interesting point. I want to see exactly what that guy was saying. Okay. No, I can't. Let me just go to his page real quickly. Let's see. I think one of the fellow atheists was saying that there's no point in, you know, he has embarrassed us essentially. You know, he has embarrassed us, and there's no point in even bringing this up anymore. Yeah, I'll find it later on. Anyway, the point is that that Mohammed Hijab has destroyed. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me see. Let me share the screen here. Is it possible? Let me see. Can you guys see this? There we go. Okay, yes. One Love criticizing 12, and he goes, bro, he didn't know basic philosophy. Seriously, I can't deny it was a huge black mark on ex-Muslims. It really was. He's the most popular ex-Muslim and has the biggest platform. I was arguing this for some time now. If we want to debate Muslims, we have to have true academics. Guys like Gundul, even Gundul. Gundul is not anywhere near an academic in Islam. The man doesn't even read Arabic. Dude, this guy is already failing as it was. You know? I don't know what it is. Anyways, but yes, it is what it is. I think Mohammed Hijab has destroyed him. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished, as Mohammed Hijab says. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Amr. Welcome. Welcome, Sheikh Amr, my good friend. But yeah, that has been it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I think we wrapped it up. I think everybody that watched it can conclude that Mohammed Hijab manhandled him, and there's really no question about it. So I have a few more videos coming out, by the way. I can't give the full details, but there'll be a few videos towards Apostate Prophet, a couple towards Jay Smith and Al-Fadi. I have some other ones coming out as well too. Make sure you guys, make sure you hit the bell, subscribe. If you haven't, www.youtube.com/muzzybuzz. For those of you that are watching on Facebook and Periscope or whatever. Also, I got a Patreon. Go to my Patreon, please, inshallah. And if you guys really do want to help the effort, then please do check it out. Right, that'll be a great help for me, inshallah. So other than that, I think this is it. I think we can wrap up for now. Let me know how you guys felt down in the comments below. I will maybe talk about that in the next video I do. I'm gonna be going live this Saturday. Every Sunday we have a live stream at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. However, this one will be a little bit late because I will be traveling. I'm taking a flight back into New York on Sunday, so I will be doing a little bit later on Sunday. So make sure you guys tune into that, and we will talk about some other things as well. But until next time, let's talk about it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. See you next time.